The 90s gave us fast bikes, beautiful bikes, and bikes that were practically indestructible. Machines that withstood thousands of kilometers, careless owners, impossible roads, and entire decades without giving up. While many ended up forgotten in a junkyard, these ones still start up like it's their very first day. But what made them so special? Today we're going to discover the 10 motorcycles from the 1990s that you'll never see in a junkyard because of a breakdown. True mechanical legends that refuse to die. To understand why these bikes are still on the road decades later, we have to go back to the 90s, a time when the motorcycle industry was still obsessed with mechanical durability. Manufacturers knew that a good reputation was built on bikes capable of withstanding years of use and thousands of miles without serious breakdowns. Back then, reliability was as powerful a marketing tool as horsepower or top speed. Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki, Kawasaki, and BMW were fiercely competing in practically every segment. But there was a silent battle that rarely appeared in the specialized magazines: the war to build the most durable engine. The brands knew that a bike that kept running after 10 or 20 years automatically became the best possible advertisement. The philosophy was very different from today. Engines were developed with huge safety margins, robust crankshafts, oversized gearboxes, simple cooling systems, and mechanics that were easy to maintain. Many of these bikes produced less power than their components could actually handle. This allowed them to always run in a relaxed state, reducing wear and significantly extending their overall lifespan. Also, electronics still had a very limited presence. Most of these motorcycles used carburetors, simple electrical systems, and a minimal number of sensors. There were fewer things that could break, and repairs were much easier. A mechanical problem that today might require a diagnostic computer, in the 90s could often be solved with basic tools and some experience. That's why stories started to emerge, almost legendary ones. Bikes that traveled across entire continents, engines that surpassed 200,000 kilometers without ever being opened, vehicles used for decades by delivery drivers, travelers, and rural workers that kept starting up every morning as if nothing had ever happened. Some of these machines even survived years of neglected maintenance, long periods of abuse, and incredibly harsh environmental conditions that would have completely destroyed or incapacitated much more modern bikes. And that's the primary reason why many of the bikes we'll see on this list are still so highly regarded and deeply respected today. They weren't designed to impress for just a few years. They were designed to last a lifetime, while other bikes became faster, more sophisticated, and more complex. These built their legend in a much simpler way, by refusing to break down. And that's exactly why 3 decades later, they're still rolling down roads all over the world. Number 10, the mighty Honda XR600R, the queen of the desert. Introduced in 1985 and becoming a true benchmark during the 90s, the Honda XR600R proved that a bike didn't need to be packed with technology to be practically indestructible. Designed for enduro and long-distance competitions, the XR600R quickly earned a legendary reputation thanks to its incredible durability. It was a bike built to withstand mud, rocks, deserts, and miles of abuse without losing its essence. Its huge 591 cubic centimeters air-cooled single-cylinder engine was a true masterpiece of Honda engineering. With RFVC distribution, plenty of torque, and an extremely simple mechanical design, the engine could withstand years of heavy use with just basic maintenance. It wasn't the fastest bike in its class, but it was definitely one of the most reliable. Its mechanical simplicity meant that almost any repair could be done with basic tools, even far from a workshop. The XR600R. It also became one of the major stars of the global off-road scene. It was used in enduro, rally, and expeditions across all kinds of terrain, proving an extraordinary ability to handle extreme conditions. Its lightweight, excellent suspension, and toughness made it the bike of choice for many adventurers crossing deserts, mountains, and roads where other motorcycles simply couldn't survive. And that's why it takes the number 10 spot. Because the Honda XR600R embodies the philosophy that made 1990s motorcycles great. Simple engines, oversized components, and a reliability that stands the test of time. Even today, it's common to find units running perfectly after decades of hard use, proving that some bikes weren't designed to impress with technology, to keep starting up when all the others have already given up. Number 9. Yamaha XJ600 Diversion. The Yamaha XJ600 Diversion is the perfect example that you don't have to be a superbike to become a legend. Introduced in the early 1990s, Yamaha designed it with people in mind who needed a bike for everyday use. Its inline 4-cylinder engine, derived from a mechanical family with an excellent reputation, offered balanced power, smooth operation, and extraordinary reliability. It didn't stand out for its speed, but because it seemed capable of running forever. Its big secret was its simplicity: air cooling, conventional carburetors, and accessible mechanics that any workshop knew inside and out. Maintenance was inexpensive, parts were plentiful, and most repairs could be done without special tools. That's why it earned the nickname the Worker Ant, a motorcycle that worked every day without complaint, enduring thousands of kilometers of daily use with just basic maintenance, and a durability that few rivals could match. Throughout the passing years, the XJ600 Diversion has established itself as a highly popular motorcycle for couriers, travelers, and everyday riders looking for a loyal companion. Many units have easily surpassed 100,000 and even 200,000 kilometers without ever opening the engine, proving the quality of Yamaha's engineering in the 1990s. Yamaha SR250 Special. The Yamaha SR250 was much more than just an affordable motorcycle. For thousands of people, it was the gateway to motorcycling. During the 1980s and 1990s, it became one of the most popular motorcycles in Latin America, thanks to its simple design, low maintenance cost, and almost endless reliability. It was lightweight, easy to ride, and tough enough to withstand years of daily use, making it the ideal companion for students, workers, and those buying their first motorcycle. Its air-cooled, single-cylinder, 4-stroke engine was the real reason behind its reputation. It didn't stand out for high power figures, but it was known for its extraordinary toughness. With a carburetor, very little electronics, and a simple mechanical setup, it was a motorcycle that could travel thousands and thousands of kilometers with basic maintenance, regular oil changes, cleaning the carburetor, and not much else. That simplicity meant that practically any mechanic could repair it, and spare parts were easy to find for decades. Maybe that's why, even today, it's common to see SR250s riding around towns and cities as if time had stood still. Seven. Honda NTV 650 Revere. The Honda NTV 650 Revere is probably one of the most underrated motorcycles Honda has ever made. It was never a bestseller or a flashy machine, but those who got to know it discovered a true hidden gem. Launched in the latter part of the 1980s and established throughout the 90s, it was designed for those looking for a reliable, comfortable motorcycle capable of traveling thousands of miles without any unnecessary complications or hassle. It wasn't trying to impress with power figures, but rather to become a dependable, lifelong companion. Its big secret lay in the combination of a robust 647cc V-twin engine with shaft drive transmission. While most bikes of the time required you to constantly clean, tighten, and lubricate the chain, the NTV 6-150 practically eliminated that kind of maintenance. All you had to do was change the shaft drive oil when needed and keep on riding. On top of that, you had Honda's legendary build quality, simple mechanics, low fuel consumption, and an engine known for lasting hundreds of thousands of kilometers, with very few major breakdowns. That's why many owners consider it a practically immortal motorcycle. It was common to see it used for traveling, working, or commuting daily for decades without losing reliability. Its smooth ride, comfort, and durability meant that many people kept it for their entire lives and even passed it down from one generation to the next. Maybe it never reached the fame of other Honda models, but the NTV 650 Revere proved that true quality doesn't always make noise. Some motorcycles are bought for just a few years. This was one of those bikes you could pass on to your kids and it would still run like the first day. Number 6. Suzuki GS500. For thousands of motorcyclists, the Suzuki GS500 was the real school of motorcycling. Introduced in the late 1980s and becoming one of the most popular bikes of the 90s, it combined an accessible size, predictable handling, and extraordinary reliability. It was the perfect bike to learn on, but also capable enough to stay with its owner for many years. That's why it was used by driving schools, delivery riders, and motorcyclists all over the world who were looking for a simple and tough companion. Its big secret was under the tank. Suzuki equipped the GS500 with a 487 cubic centimeters air-cooled parallel twin engine, derived from a design with years of evolution and a reputation for being practically indestructible. By doing away with radiators, water pumps, and other complex systems, maintenance was simpler and more affordable. With regular oil changes and basic checkups, this engine could easily surpass 100,000 kilometers, and many units even doubled that figure without needing a full rebuild. But what really made the GS500 a legend was its honesty. It didn't have massive power or sophisticated technology, but it never claimed to have them. It was a bike built to start up every morning, withstand years of heavy use, and keep running with the same reliability as always. Even today, it remains one of the most recommended bikes for those looking for a reliable, affordable, and easy-to-maintain machine. The GS500 proved that sometimes true greatness isn't about impressing people, but about lasting far longer than anyone expects. Number 5. Kawasaki KLR650. The Kawasaki KLR650 didn't get the nickname the end of the world bike by accident. Since its launch in the late 1980s and throughout the 1990s, it became the inseparable companion of travelers, explorers, and adventurers who needed a bike capable of going where the pavement ended. Its huge fuel tank, comfortable riding position, and robust 651cc single-cylinder engine made it ideal for covering thousands of kilometers, no matter if the road was a highway, a mountain, or a desert. It was a bike built to keep going when others had already given up. The real secret of the KLR650 was its simplicity. Its liquid-cooled engine was famous for withstanding extremely tough use for years with relatively basic maintenance. It didn't rely on complex electronics or sophisticated systems that could fail in the middle of an expedition. That combination of rugged mechanics, long travel suspension, and ease of repair meant that many travelers went around the world with just one bike. It wasn't the fastest or the most refined, but very few could match its ability to withstand constant abuse and keep running like nothing happened. Over the years, the KLR650 became a true legend in the world of adventure. Its reputation was so great that it even served as the basis for military versions designed to operate in extreme conditions. Many owners joke that a KLR only stops working when the planet disappears. And they're not far from the truth. Decades later, thousands of units are still crossing continents, racking up hundreds of thousands of kilometers, and proving why so many consider it a true nuclear cockroach. On two wheels, a bike so tough, it seems to have forgotten how to break down. Number 4. The classic Honda 650 Dominator. If you've been on this channel for a while, you already know why the Honda 650 Dominator holds such a special place. It wasn't the most powerful, the fastest, or the most sophisticated bike of the 1990s, but it did something much harder. It earned the trust of thousands of travelers all over the world. Equipped with the legendary 644cc RFVC single-cylinder engine, air and oil-cooled, the Dominator offered an almost perfect combination of simplicity, low maintenance, and extraordinary mechanical toughness. It was a bike designed to travel, explore, and get you back home no matter the terrain. Its greatest virtue was its simplicity. While other trail bikes started to incorporate increasingly complex systems, the Dominator kept betting on mechanics that were easy to understand and repair. You didn't need special tools, a diagnostic computer, or advanced knowledge to keep it running. Basic checkups and regular maintenance were enough for the engine to cover hundreds of thousands of kilometers. That reliability made it one of the most beloved motorcycles for crossing Europe, Africa, or South America. Facing completely broken down roads, dirt tracks, and long journeys without ever losing its reputation as a virtually indestructible bike. And that's the reason why many consider it a true legend. The Dominator proved that an adventure bike didn't have to be the most extreme to conquer the world. Its balance of comfort, toughness, and reliability made it an inseparable companion for an entire generation of adventurers. Even today, it remains one of the most respected and sought-after single-cylinder trail bikes on the used market. Because while many bikes impressed with their power figures, the Dominator impressed in a much more valuable way. It just kept running when the others had already started having problems. Number 3. Suzuki DR650. The Suzuki DR650 is probably one of the greatest examples that simplicity can be the best kind of engineering. Since its arrival in the 90s, Suzuki went with a formula that seemed too simple to stand out. A 644cc single-cylinder engine, air and oil-cooled, carbureted, very little electronics, and a design built to withstand daily abuse. While other brands started adding increasingly complex systems, the DR650 kept relying on a robust engine, easy to understand and built to last for decades. Its reputation was born precisely because of what it didn't have. There were no sophisticated ECUs, riding modes, traction control, or complicated liquid cooling systems. Fewer components meant fewer chances of breakdown and much simpler maintenance. That specific philosophy made the DR650 one of the most beloved and reliable motorcycles for long-distance travelers and adventurers exploring the most isolated and distant corners of the world, where a breakdown could quickly become a serious and potentially dangerous situation. With only basic tools and a bit of minimal mechanical knowledge, it was possible to keep it running in almost any environment or location on the entire planet. That's why the DR650 is still considered one of the most reliable motorcycles ever built. Thousands of units are still crossing deserts, mountains, and roads all over the world, racking up hundreds of thousands of kilometers without major repairs. It doesn't stand out for revolutionary technology or impressive power figures, but for something much more important: the ability to start up again and again, no matter how much punishment it's taken. The DR650 proved that when a motorcycle eliminates everything unnecessary, what remains is a machine that's almost impossible to destroy. Number 2. Honda Africa Twin RD07. The Honda Africa Twin RD07 didn't earn the title of Queen of Travel by accident. Launched in the early 1990s and directly inspired by Honda's experience in the Dakar Rally, this bike was designed to go anywhere on the planet. Its robust 742cc V-twin engine, excellent range, and a chassis built to handle both pavement and dirt made it the dream of any adventurer. It was a motorcycle made to cross continents as easily as others crossed a city. What truly made the RD07 legendary was its extraordinary reliability. Honda developed an engine that operated with huge safety margins, capable of handling hundreds of thousands of kilometers with just basic maintenance. Its liquid cooling, the quality of its components, and a very well-balanced mechanical design made it common to see it crossing Africa, South America, or Asia without any major breakdowns. For many years, it became the preferred go-to option for travelers who needed a bike capable of traveling long distances far from any dealership, where having complete trust to the mechanical reliability was much more important than just having maximum power. Three decades later, the Africa Twin RD07 is still one of the most sought-after and respected adventure bikes in the world. Many units are sold today for even higher prices than they cost when new, a testament to the enormous prestige it has earned over time. It wasn't just a reliable motorcycle, it became a symbol of freedom, exploration, and endurance. For many, it represents the era when Honda built bikes with getting to the destination as the top priority, before anything else. And precisely because of that, it is still considered one of the best adventure trail bikes ever made. And now we come to number 1, the Honda CB500, a bike that for many represents the ultimate expression of Japanese reliability from the 1990s. Introduced in 1993, Honda designed it with a very clear goal: to create a simple, affordable motorcycle capable of withstanding intensive use for decades. Its 499cc liquid-cooled parallel twin engine. It didn't stand out for having massive power, but rather for its smoothness, balance, and mechanical durability that ultimately made it a true legend. It was the kind of bike that seemed to age much more slowly than any other of its generation. Proof of its quality appeared very quickly in the real world. Drive-in schools, courier companies, and delivery riders started using the CB500 every day, subjecting it to extremely tough treatment, hundreds of starts every day, constant traffic, changing riders, and thousands of kilometers without rest. Yet, the engine kept running with astonishing ease. There are numerous documented cases of units that easily surpassed 300,000 kilometers while keeping the original engine, needing only the basic maintenance recommended by Honda. Very few motorcycles can boast such a track record, and that's the reason why the CB500 takes the top spot on this list. It wasn't the fastest, the most spectacular, or the most technologically advanced. It was something much harder to achieve. A motorcycle that's practically indestructible. Its balanced mechanics, extraordinary build quality, and the huge safety margin it was designed with are in the trust of entire generations of motorcyclists. Decades after its launch, it remains the perfect example of how to build a motorcycle meant to last a lifetime. Because some motorcycles are impressive when they're new, but very few keep impressing after covering hundreds of thousands of kilometers. And if you want to check out the best dirt bikes, click on this video.